Okay folks, I regularly wear this under my shirts. It's got a really nice little slogan. On its own it's a meaningless slogan, but in my context I made it into something meaningful. Because a lot of slogans have a lot of really interesting and potentially useful messages, and you just like to take them up and utilise them instead of just letting them go to waste. Yeah, I've got it on dark. Okay, we're going to just put it on negative positive. Maybe choose a colour. Okay, let's see what this is. It says here it's a singlet, and it's a Lorna Jane singlet to be precise. Lorna Jane Active, and this is what it says. If you can dream it, you can do it. Well, under normal circumstances, this is just a fucking slogan just to sell more Lorna Jane. But to me, it speaks a lot about my dreams, my own aspirations, my own dreams. And one of them is to redesign the photocopier from scratch, to design a photocopier that is not just attractive and functional, but good for the environment and good for humanity. And I just want to basically redesign it. And one of the things, I want to make the hardware last at least 60 years and have software that changes, and you can add apps to your screen in a similar way that you do on your mobile phone. And basically you can just buy these little apps which have features, and that these features will just cost a very small minimum amount of money, like an app on a mobile phone. And basically, yeah, you can pick and choose and switch, mix and change, and you don't have to be tied down to the boring old legacy software that typically runs machines like this. And basically, yeah, I want to help. I don't just want to redesign the photocopier, I want to also help make the environment clean and green as well. I want to be able to, I'm going to scrunch this up, make this, we're not going to just keep this. I want to make these equipments good for the environment, and basically to help, how should I put it, we're using recycled materials instead of mined materials. So instead of going and mining the materials like aluminium or steel or glass or what, and of course the plastics will have to be recycled as well, using a special technique that has just been recently developed, and it's only experimental at the moment, where plastics can be basically converted back into their original components and can be made any kind of plastic. It doesn't matter if it's mixed or whatever, normally incompatible. You can actually, I can't describe it, but it's been shown on I've seen it on social media, like YouTube and that. I think it was YouTube, or was it TV? It might have been on the news, actually, strangely enough. And basically, yeah, it's like you don't have to keep the plastics all separated. You can actually utilise, how should I put it? You don't have to keep them all separate. So it's a real boon, if you may. And the plastics are only going to be used where metal or ceramics or glass won't go. Plastic is going to be severely minimised on this equipment. We're not going, even the external panels are not going to be finished in plastic. They're going to be made out of materials like aluminium. Maybe there's even I'm even excited about this aluminium development where you can get, well, it's not actually a metal, it's actually what would be classified as a ceramic, and it's basically what they call transparent aluminium, and I think the name of it is Alon, ALON, and I think that stands for aluminium, oxygen and nitrogen, which is what it's made out of, and it's called Alon, and it's a really new high-tech material that has potential applications, and I want to make the photocopier have a see-through. The panels with this aluminium could be see-through, so you can see what's inside pretty much, except of course what's inside will have to still be shielded from light, but this will be a really nice fashion statement, if you will. So I'm really excited about one day creating the world's first see-through photocopier. I know it sounds a bit novelty, but it's just, I want to make these machines really appealing to the audience, to the consumer. I want to make them almost like a work of art. Different finishes, of course, like similar to some of Steve Jobs's aluminium bodies on his iPods. Some of the iPods that he had, all in these different colours and shades and that, different colours of anodised aluminium. There's going to be a lot of that. The chassis the internal chassis, the main chassis, will probably be built out of titanium, and titanium can also be another metal used as a metal to be what the external panels can be made out of. So you can order these special finishes and special metals like Alon and like titanium. But you could also go and be cheap and have polished aluminium, just plain old bare aluminium. So there's all these different options. You can also have aluminium that's been powder coated, and you can have like the traditional, the traditional colours like this and beige and all that sort of shit as well. We're going to give people choices on what these equipments are going to be made out of. We're not going to fucking force people to just take what what the manufacturer wants to. What can I say, folks? It's got to be different. It's got to be good, and it's got to be good for our environment. Like, one of the things I want to do when mining, when extracting recycled materials, is to mine them out of dumps, like e-waste dumps, like in China and India, where e-waste typically gets dumped and stays rotting. And we don't want people to be trying to reclaim recycled metals when they're not safe to do so. It's got to be done properly. I don't like the way this is turning out, folks, to be honest. So yeah, I really want to make a difference to the way the industry is running, and I want to just make a difference to the environment and to the human race. I want to give most of my money away to good causes. I'm just wondering how I'm going to make this look nice. I think it's too dark. For some reason it's too dark, even though it's negative. But yeah, I really want to make a difference to this world. I want to make it a cleaner and greener and better place. If I could just get on the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9 and get myself recognised first as an artist, as a brilliant photocopier artist. I happen to be disabled as well, and I don't want my disability to define who I am and what I am. I want to basically challenge that notion that I am the sum total of my disability. Well, I say no, I'm not. I'm going to become something great, and I'm going to help the world. I'm going to help the planet. I'm going to help other people. I'm going to take other people up there and with me as well to help others. I'm not interested in fucking people over. I'm not interested in fucking up the planet. The photocopier industry is full of evil charlatans and evildoers who just care about money. This is why we have legacy software. That's why hardware gets changed every 5 years or less. And it's just not acceptable, folks. But what can you do? I can't do anything at the moment. I haven't got the power or the agency at this stage to make these dreams come true, but you got to start with dreams, folks. You can't just allow these bitches in the industry to steal you, steal your thunder, steal your dreams. You don't want them to steal your dreams, folks. You don't want people who are so fucking evil to destroy your fucking dreams and to make your life miserable. You got to stand up and fight them. You got to do what you know is right. It's so fucking, this is a really difficult one to do. I wonder what the dot matrix is going to do with this one. It looks a bit shitty. I do wonder, I think that might be, so yeah, that's the dot matrix. It's a bit darker, a bit heavier. Trying to think what to do, folks. This is really tricky. I'm trying to focus on what is currently at hand. But yeah, I really look forward to becoming a great CEO of a great photocopier company, and I really want to make a difference. I don't want to be like all the other companies. I want to make a difference. I want to be an individual, an individual that loves humanity, that loves nature, as well as loving photocopier equipment to the point where it's just, it's always on my mind, folks, this photocopier stuff. It's who I am. And basically I live, breathe and sleep this shit as much as I can. I do get worried about things in this world that drag me under, but I try to focus on a bright future. Even though I'm not rich, and I got declined at the POS yesterday. I got declined at the POS terminal yesterday, and that was really upsetting. Those sorts of things upset me, but I'm not going to let it become my future because I'm not rich and I have a limited amount of money to work with when I'm doing this shit. And one day I just want to become so rich that I can give 95% of my earnings to clean up the world and to make the world a cleaner and greener place and make people happy and safe and give them dreams and give them aspirations that can come true as well. Spread the good stuff, spread the... I've just noticed that looks shit house. That's the magenta. We're not going to do the magenta. I'm going to change that. But basically I want to make this into something that's infectious, if you know what I mean, folks, that this kind of good feelings and good vibes can be infectious for people, that people can just join in and enjoy themselves and have fun and be themselves instead of feeling they have to be something or someone else, which often is like that in the corporate world, that people are just so fucking intimidated by their bosses, especially women, and we just can't have that. I do think maybe purple's still a little bit shitty. I'm going to use another colour. Yeah, that looks a bit better, that blue, or that cyan actually. It's called cyan. But yeah, they'll have technology to fix the disabilities that I have, the brain damage that I had at birth, where I had a cord around my neck and I came out feet first, and I lost oxygen and it fucked up my memory, in particular my short-term memory and my hippocampus, which are essential for learning, and I can't learn very well, so I'm on the disability support pension, even though I'm not diagnosed with this, I have another. Also believe I have high functioning autism, which gives me this passion. But at the same time, that's not been diagnosed, and I have another condition that I've been diagnosed with that has given another disability. It's given me the disability support pension, the NDIS, and a job in a disability, what effectively is a sheltered workshop. They call them an Australian Disability Enterprise, or ADE for short. And that's what I'm restricted with doing now. And you don't earn much money doing that shit, but you got to have dreams. You got to dream your way out of this. And basically, they'll have technology to fix the brain damage that I had at birth, so that I can learn and I can make these dreams come true. So if someone's got the technology, I'm hoping soon they'll have it. There's a lot of advances in AI at this stage, and this photocopier's got to use AI, incidentally, to help drive the powerful features that I envisage putting on this machine, or people downloading apps with powerful features. So you need AI to, if you're a novice, if you're not interested in doing it manually. So there's all these options out there that you can think of. You got to be a dreamer. Folks, dreaming is important. You've got to be a dreamer. You've got to have hopes and aspirations. Otherwise, your life is down the toilet. So you've got to keep dreaming, keep living, keep loving. And I think we can now call this demo quits.